And that's going to bring us to a crowdfunding corner for the week of May 2nd, 2025. There aren't a ton of games in crowdfunding. Again, tariffs and all of the calamity that has brought about kind of hurt, I think, or put some companies on pause from putting their projects up, but there are a few that I wanted to bring up. First one is called Project L Universe Ultimate All-In Collection. Project L came out quite a few years ago, and then it had a sequel called Square One, and this is kind of a reprint of both of those games, and I think they have a big all-in-one box and like fancy stuff that you can get here. Cool thing about this game is just how unique it looks.
It looks so cool.
Very cool. You have these black cards that have like a recessed white area, and you're trying to fill that entire shape in with these like chunky plastic looking azul type pieces in kind of like Tetris shapes, and you use them to fill in those cards, and by completing them you get points. That's how Project L works, at least. The sequel to Project L, again called Square One, is a little more advanced and uses these square shaped pieces that have those Tetris polyomino shapes printed on them, and it's supposed to be a little bit more kind of advanced than Project L. I've wanted to pull the trigger on these games for a while, but because they're so unique, they're a little bit pricey. Just with all the pieces and trays, and I think because they know it looks more like flashy and razzle dazzle than a lot of board games do nowadays. Mm-hmm. So you can charge a little bit more. But I'm tempted because I've wanted to try them for a while, and they do look really cool. So the different pledges they have here, what you can get. They have a collector's bundle with both, which they say saves you 41 euros, but it's still not cheap. Comes with the all-in pledge for both games, which they do look very cool. They have nice trays that make everything easy to set up. Includes a bunch of expansions that have come out over the years, and those puzzle boards are very cool with the recessed areas that you're filling in. So I think it does look very cool. I want to see what's in the Square One box, because it's a bit different, and I haven't actually read the rule book for that game. But here's that one. Again, a little bit different looking, but not too different. Those look like candy. I kind of want to eat one.
Yeah, they're very sharp colors.
Yeah, sharp is a good way to put that. And just tons of expansions and extra stuff too. So if you've been interested in Project L or its sequel before, this might be one of the last times I don't know if last is the right word, one of the best times in the near future to get kind of these all-in-one versions of them. So that one's on Kickstarter until May 14th. So for the next 2 weeks about. Okay, next up, we just talked about Bitewing games earlier in the episode with Iliad and Ecor that are delivering to me, I think, tomorrow. They have a new set of games by the good doctor
Rainer Knizia.
At least one of them's by him. We'll have to double check on the other one. These are Gazebo and, how would you pronounce that? Gingham or Gingham?
I would say Gingham.
Yeah, Gingham sounds good to me. And they've done one other game, Trailblazers, in this travel line that comes in this cool little zipper pouch, so that you could take them on the go pretty easily. But they're 2 to 4 player games that play in 20 to 40 minutes, and they have them in a normal box or in a travel version. And reviews just came out for these games from the influencers that get preview coverage, and they're supposed to be really good, especially Gazebo, I think. And again, he kind of does really clean and easy rule sets that have a lot of depth. And just looking at the kind of checkers-like looking board with the tiles and the different colored of gazebos here on this gazebo board, I'm like, it does look very sharp. So I really like how they look. Gingham looks a little busier with the different ants and I'm guessing those are ants, insect-looking pieces, and pieces along like the outer edge of the board as well. But man, I really like Bitewing Games. I think they do high quality stuff. It's really cool that they're Utah based, and their last few games have really gotten a lot of buzz. So I wanted to see if and they're sticking with their $4 US shipping. So I hope that tariffs don't crush them too bad. Oh, and these carabiner travel cases are actually free with the games, which they're usually not if you buy them separately. So kind of cool. The $4 shipping, that's such a steal because I feel like shipping is so expensive. I want to see just what the pledge levels look like. Where are you at? Bundle and save? I guess we can just scroll over here. All right, so you can get the deluxe version with like fancier pieces of both games for $99, or no, that's for retailers. You can get either game for $39. They have a bundle for both. They do have a standard bundle, but it's not any cheaper, $78.
Those are a little pricier than I thought they would be.
Yeah, I agree, to be honest. But again, the $4 shipping, I think I think they've just, the shipping would have been $15 and the game would have been $29.
Right.
But they've just, we'll make the game $39 and the shipping $4.
It's a $4 shipping
to promotion. And people are like, wow, that's such a good deal. I don't hate the strategy, to be honest.
Yeah.
It's just, you pay the same amount anyways. It's just shifting the dollars around. But I don't know. Looks cool. Again, big fan of Bitewing. So Gazebo and Gingham on Kickstarter until the 15th. And then I think we just have one more this week. Is that right, Devin?
It is.
Okay. This is Earth, the Animal Kingdom expansion. Earth is right behind my head, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, right here. It's one of the most popular games of the last few years. Devin, you've played it with me once, but it's been a few years, so you might not remember.
I don't.
You're trying to make your own 4x4 grid of like these plants, and you combo them together. And on every turn, you kind of get to activate all the plants in your grid from top to bottom, left to right. And so you're trying to combo these cards together really well. Very fun. A little bit solitaire. They call it multiplayer solitaire, where I'm doing my own thing, you're kind of doing your own thing, and I'm not really paying attention to you.
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes I think that's a bad thing for a game, but the cool thing about this game is on every single turn, when it's your turn, you get to pick one of 4 actions, and you get to take the top part of the action. That's like the stronger version, but whichever one you choose, everybody else gets to take the lower part of the action that's just a little bit weaker. So on every turn, you're doing something, so there's no waiting. So it does help, even though the game feels a little solo at times. Anyways, Earth came out. I just got the Abundance expansion for the game that adds another resource to be able to get through like the massive deck of cards a little bit faster to find what you need. And this new expansion, after all of that prelude there, adds animals, if you wouldn't guess. There's 36 different animals, and they'll kind of move around your 4x4 grid of like flora cards. And all of them act differently, so they add some more variability to the game, with each animal scoring differently and activating differently. So that's I talked a bunch there and I probably should have been scrolling so you could see the campaign as I'm scrolling. But that's kind of the shtick here, is the animals. There's also this big tree, 3D tree thing. If you backed any of their campaigns before, then that tree is free. I have, so I might be getting said tree. We'll see. Still unsure if I'm going to get this one, but it does look very cool, so I might. They also have a mini module called Disasters. I don't think I'm going to get that. That's a bit more of like, I play a disaster that hurts your tableau. I think that kind of takes away from what Earth does well, which is we're playing the same game, we're vibing, but you're doing your thing. I'm just trying to do my combo thing better than you do your combo thing, but I'm not like trying to actively hurt you.
Just ruin your whole plan.
Yeah, exactly. That seems a little like I don't love that kind of interaction, so not really interested in that. And then they have all kinds of like upgraded perks, like a big wooden laser aux insert and crate, a huge game topper, so that it's like a humongous mat that I think is 3 feet by 6 feet is the biggest one that has a spot for every player up to 6 players. I think everything, their board and their 16 cards and stuff. I think it's $100. Upgraded pieces. I like how the base pieces look, to be honest, but these ones do look cool. I think the base pieces look like, let me see if I can show you. Like those trees right there, they still look pretty good in my opinion. And I like the wood as opposed to maybe those are wood. The upgraded ones might be wood too, but they kind of look plasticky. Anyway, so they have a bunch of other things in here. As you can see here, this game won so many awards in 2023 when it came out. Game of the Year, Seal of Excellence, Game of the Year. It's really great. I really like it. So if you like animals, I do want to just look at the animal meeples really quick because they do show them. Where are they? There's specifically an image of, I think, every single animal. Where are you at? Yeah, that one's small. I think it's this one. What's in the box? Nope, that just went back up, didn't it? Come on. I know I saw it. Pledge levels. I mean, they were all there small, but they show them big. Come on, David. If my mouse was
I feel like we're close.
Scrolling better, it would be helpful. I feel like these are add-ons.
Nope, we're not close.
Let's go back up. What about tariffs? Project in a nutshell. What is Animal Kingdom? We're just going to start at the top here. 36 different animals. Fauna tree we talked about. Earth. Winning a bunch of awards. Here's some of them. And did I dream this? I swear I didn't. Play it on Tabletop Simulator. Pledge levels, which are many add-ons. Again, look at that humongous map.
It's amazing.
It's crazy. 3x6. $99 US. Okay, well maybe it was here at the bottom and I just didn't quite get far enough. There's no way. The team at Inside Up Games.
You dreamt it.
Cal, I swear I didn't. Let's scroll through it like 4 more times.
I think that's a great idea.
Yeah. Well, I think we'll just stop here then with what's in the box. Now I can't even find that. What's in the box? Because it showed some of them. But there's quite a few. No, I know there was an image because it showed. There are some weird ones. Like, where is this picture? There's a picture on here somewhere. Just know that. If you click on the page, you'll find it. There's like a quacko. Is that an animal? A quacko and a red panda. And like some animals you wouldn't expect. Komodo dragon. And so some of the animals they chose, I was like, oh, those are cool. They're like not just an elephant and a lion, you know?
Mm-hmm.
So you can look at all 36 of those by scrolling aimlessly through the page like I just did. Or maybe you'll find the picture much faster. Because I promise you it's on this page somewhere. Anyways, that's Earth, Animal Kingdom. It's on Kickstarter for 14 more days, an expansion for Earth until Friday, May 16th. And that's going to do it for Crowdfunding Corner for May 2nd, 2025, for the games that end, whose projects end in the next couple of weeks. And we'll be back next week for episode 58 of Crowdfunding Corner. Thank you so much for watching this video. As most of you know, gaming top-down is an independent endeavor. I don't accept money from publishers for previews or opinion-related content, but there are a few ways that you can support the channel and help me keep the lights on. Liking this video and subscribing to the channel helps me to grow. If you're thinking of getting a game that I covered in this video, please click the affiliate link in the description of this video. It helps to support me and doesn't add any cost to your purchase. I also do a weekly gaming podcast where I talk about the board games that I'm playing along with my brother. You can check that out on Apple's podcasts and on Spotify. And you can also get that podcast 3 days early over on our Patreon. You can follow the Patreon at patreon.com/supergamebrothers completely for free. But if you do support us over there, you get some extra perks like being able to write into the show, getting early access to the show, voting on the games that I'm going to cover and review, and lots of other fun stuff. Thanks so much for your support, for liking and commenting on my videos. You really are what helped keep the lights on for me. Thank you.